Indian Space Research Organization, AX-4 pilot Shubhanshu Shukla.
Namaste. I am Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla.
A fighter pilot for 15 years, he was selected as one of 4 Indian astronauts in 2020.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff.
For 3 nations, a new chapter in space takes flight. Godspeed, AX-4.
T plus 30 seconds into flight with the Axiom 4 crew on board Dragon, headed to the International Space Station. Waiting to hear call-outs from the Falcon 9 engineering team.
41 साल पहले कोई भारतीय अंतरिक्ष में गए थे और उन्होंने हमें बताया था कि ऊपर से भारत कैसा दिखता है। और कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है कि हम सब ये जानना चाहते हैं कि आज भारत कैसा दिखता है। मैं आपको बताता हूँ, आज का भारत स्पेस से महत्वाकांक्षी दिखता है। आज का भारत निडर दिखता है। आज का भारत कॉन्फिडेंट दिखता है। आज का भारत गर्व से पूर्ण दिखता है। और इन्हीं सब कारणों की वजह से मैं एक बार फिर से कह सकता हूँ कि आज का भारत अभी भी सारे जहां से अच्छा दिखता है। जल्दी धरती पर मुलाकात करते हैं।
From countdown to splashdown, India's space hero, Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla is all set to return to the Earth. This 18-day journey with 4 astronauts and many experiments is finally coming to an end. The 4 astronaut crew is scheduled to undock from the International Space Station on the 14th of July, that is tomorrow at 4:34 p.m. Indian Standard Time. As per NASA, the Dragon spacecraft will not just return with 4 astronauts but will also carry data from over 60 experiments conducted throughout the mission.
The Dragon module, when it comes off the International Space Station, it's going at a speed of about 27,000 kilometers per hour. And it has to cover a distance, if you look at the vertical distance, it is about only 400 kilometers up in the sky. So ideally, if it had to go at the same speed as 27,000 kilometers per hour, the 400 kilometer distance should be covered in a matter of seconds, or maybe minutes. But it doesn't happen.
As the SpaceX Dragon capsule prepares for re-entry into the orbit of the Earth, Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla and his crewmates will face intense physical and environmental challenges. Strapped into their seats, they will experience high G-forces as the capsule plunges through Earth's atmosphere at speeds exceeding 27,000 km per hour.
The reason why it takes 22 hours is because re-entry of any spacecraft is the most complicated, dangerous, and something which has to be very minutely managed. That is that stage. So what happens is that the Dragon module will detach itself from the International Space Station. It will then keep doing orbits of the Earth for many hours, 22 hours. Almost a large part of this 22 hours is basically orbiting around the Earth. And it will keep decelerating. So the orbit will keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller and closer to the Earth, but it's still going around the Earth. Then there will be a time which will be a few minutes before it's supposed to land, when it would decelerate, the speed will go down to such a level that it will re-enter into the atmosphere.
The re-entry process for Axiom 4 is a meticulously orchestrated sequence. The Dragon capsule will undock from the ISS's Harmony module and perform a deorbit burn to slow its speed, allowing Earth's gravity to pull it back. As it re-enters the atmosphere, friction will create a plasma sheath. The spacecraft's heat shield will endure temperatures up to 2,700 degrees Celsius, protecting the crew from the fiery descent, even temporarily cutting off communication with ground control.
To plane, and there you see it on your screen, road deployment.
But the journey does not end with splashdown. After landing, the astronauts will undergo a crucial 7-day rehabilitation process.
Astronauts are tough human beings. They're physically and mentally very tough. But even in their case, a long stay in space requires a long rehabilitation cycle. Now, our group captain Shubhanshu Shukla has not spent those many days. He spent 2 weeks. But even then, there are several factors which would have affected him physically and mentally, which would warrant at least a 1 week of rehab.
Astronauts face muscle atrophy and bone density loss after extended space missions. Rehabilitation ensures they regain strength, balance, and mobility. It is a step-by-step process. It begins with light physical therapy aimed at easing the astronauts back into Earth's gravity. They will focus on regaining muscle tone and flexibility. Back home in India, Shubhanshu's family waits anxiously for this moment of triumph. Every member of Shubhanshu's family is looking forward to this moment.
We want his safe return back to Earth, and my only message to him would be that he should keep his head on his shoulders and his feet firmly on the ground, and that will stand him in very good stead.
Shubhanshu's journey to the space is not just going to be a watershed moment for India's human spaceflight aspirations, but an aspiration of 1 billion Indians. The future of space exploration has only just begun, and Shubhanshu Shukla's story is a beacon of hope for all who dare to dream. For Shubhanshu and for India, our journey into space is only going to reach greater heights.